props as usual here. All right, so let's begin with child's pose or balasana. So a couple of variations we can have here. Balasana we can do with our knees together, or we can take the knees further apart as much as we require. Okay, so I'm going to show you this from the side as well. Now, balasana, we can just do simple balasana where we take the forehead to the mat, and then we can take the hands, the back of the hands, down to the mat, allow the arms to feel heavy on the mat, relax the palms of the hands facing up, and we can relax here. This is your standard balasana, the knees together, okay? Now, a variation of this is we can obviously take the knees apart, okay? If we're pregnant, we're going to be taking those knees apart, and the bigger your bump gets, the wider the knees may have to get to, and that's absolutely fine, guys, okay? We can be using any of these props to pop our head onto. We want to be able to relax comfortably, okay? So this is not like the postures we were doing yesterday. It's not like we're not actively stretching anything. We actually want to relax into this, okay? So say, for example, we are coming down here onto our bolster. Now, if you've got a baby, this bolster is going to have to go up to the chest. That might even hurt too, but just round about here, and we can just relax the head. We can take the head to the side if we want. Now, feel comfortable to move about in balasana. That is the whole point, okay? So we've got the feet together here, the toes together, and the knees apart. We can just relax here. Now, feel free to move this up and down so that it accommodates your boobs and your bump as well, guys, okay? So this is a really nice one for pregnancy, for postpartum as well, if you're just completely exhausted. Menstruation, this is where you'll find me. During my period, I will be on this bolster in some variety of position, but usually this is my favorite. So if you've not got a bolster, as I said, you can use a cushion, a couple of cushions. You can use a block if you just want to prop your head up a little bit, if you can't quite get down. And another option is the Urdhva Balasana that I showed you in the diagram. So you can just walk those fingertips forward, okay, and place the forehead on the block and just relax those forearms down. Place the palms of the hands down on the mat, and you can relax here. Again, this can be as high or as low as you require, okay? So we can come down here, or we can come all the way down. Now, if we're really looking to stretch out that lower back, obviously not applying to pregnant people, take your knees together. So this is going to give you a more active stretch in the lower back. Okay, so it can be active as well. And if we're being active in our balasana, we're not doing that for relaxation, but if we want that lower back stretch, really good for period cramps, we're going to stretch those fingers forward. This is nice if you've been breastfeeding as well and you have that lower back cramp from, hunching over or even picking up baby and just general bad posture, okay? So we walk those fingertips forward, we take that forehead to the mat, and we come onto the fingertips. And just, again, with each exhale, just take those fingers actively away from the body. So this is an active variation of Urdhva Balasana. Okay, again, we can take the forearms down if that's what's available to us. And just gently coming back up. So making sure that we don't rush that in case we become lightheaded. But this is an also great pose if we are struggling, we feel dizzy, or we just need a rest during our practice, okay? So props here. Savasana, corpse pose. All right. So again, I'm going to want you guys to choose one of these variations for your final relaxation posture. One of the ones I've been doing is a reclined cobbler pose, Supta Baddha Konasana, which I've been bringing the soles of the feet together and reclining back on the bolster. Now, that's my favorite. Standard Savasana. We slowly come down onto the elbows, just gently come down. Open those legs out, allow the toes to turn out. Palms of the hands should be facing up towards the sky. And the important thing here is to allow the body to feel nice and heavy and relaxed. And what I want you to do is actually scrunch the fingers and toes together, tense the legs, tense the jaw, and then actively release them all, okay? So if you're not aware of any tension, this will actually make you aware of the tension. So scrunching up the shoulders, absolutely everything, and then release, okay? Release the back of the hands down, palms facing up. And just breathe and relax into the posture. So this is one option. Now, obviously, On flat back, that's not available for our pregnant ladies. It is not recommended that we lie flat on our back after a certain stage. I believe it's 16 weeks, okay? Although it may be a lot, it may be uncomfortable even before then, okay? So other options that you have. So some options you might have are Viparita Karani, legs up the wall pose. Now, if we're doing this, again, what we want is we don't want our back to be flat on the ground. So we want a bolster or a blanket, something underneath the hips, just to prop them up a little bit so we're not lying directly flat on our back, okay? But again, making sure it's comfortable. So taking those feet, I've lost my wall here, taking the feet as wide apart as you have to accommodate that bump. Now, this posture is available for anyone. You don't just have to be pregnant. And it is super, super relaxing. Now, I actually used to sleep like this when I was pregnant, believe it or not. It's super comfortable. But again, clenching the fingers, the toes, and then releasing them. When we're coming out of this posture, bring the soles of the feet down, releasing your pulling onto the right hand side. We should always roll onto the right hand side when we're pregnant. We're coming out or in a posture. Other options that we have during pregnancy for Savasana, we can obviously, as I was doing the Supta Baddha Konasana, I'll show you in a moment, but a nice one that we have is lying on the right hand side with a block, blanket, or bolster between the knees. Now, this is good if you're suffering from pelvic girdle pain as well, guys. Okay, this is just really nice. You can have a blanket or a cushion here. You can be holding on to it. So use whatever makes you comfortable. If you want a blanket over you, if it's cold or chilly, use a blanket as well. Whatever is going to make you comfortable. An eye mask can be really useful as well. A nice scented one, a nice possibly a lavender or aromatherapy one can be super relaxing too, or a heated one as well. Again, it's summer in the UK, so I don't know how many of you want a heated one right now, but that is an option for the winter. Baddha Konasana, lower back, coming here, slowly rolling down onto the bolster, and as before, clenching those hands and feet, and then releasing. Okay, now wherever you are in relaxation as well, whether you choose to pop into Balasana or Savasana, release the jaw. Allow yourself to smile. When we smile, we open up the back of the throat for breathing as well. Okay. So now I'm going to roll onto the side and I'm going to pop over here to sit in my bolster. And I'm going to take you through this gorgeous meditation. So I would ask you now, ladies, to pick your weapon of choice, your relaxation weapon of choice, Savasana, Balasana, Supta Baddha Konasana, any of the options that we've shown you that are appropriate for where you're at right now, okay?